students. So today we will discuss about chapter 1 packet tracer activity, which will have a switch, one router, two computers. Okay, so I'll open the file. This is my file. I have two computers, one switch, one router. Okay, so first thing they're asking me is configure the host name, banner, console, password Cisco, enable secret password, then encrypt all passwords. Okay, so we'll start with the host name. So the command for configuring the host name, that is go to CLI here. First command is enable, then conf space t host name s1. Okay, after host name, what is the next command? Banner message is warning. Okay, so banner MOTD double quotes warning. Don't forget double quotes here. Okay, and console password Cisco. So line con 0 password Cisco login X. Okay, encrypt enable password of class. That means encrypted password. So enable secret class. Okay, configure encrypted password, encrypted privilege password, or privilege encrypted password is enable secret. What's the password given in the question paper? Class. Then what they told is encrypt all the plain text passwords. All the passwords should be encrypted in secret form. So we'll go for service password hyphen n. I'm not using the tab key. You can try. Okay, just I'm typing the full command. You can use the tab key, no problem. Service password encryption. Now manage interfaces, management interface, addressing and default gateway. That means the question will be configure management interface. Okay, so this is configure management interface, addressing and default gateway. Okay, so what I will do is management interface means VLAN. Okay, default is VLAN 1. So here when I go for the switch, there are so many interfaces, FA0 bar 1, 0 bar 2, 0 bar 3, 0 bar 5, like that up to 0 bar 24, G0 bar 1, G0 bar 2. These are physical interfaces. Can I assign an IP address for this interfaces? I will try. I'll go to interface FA0 bar 1. If I try IP address, it will not work. Okay, because in switch you cannot directly assign IP address for a physical interface. For that we need management interface or virtual interface. For that we use VLAN 1. So configure management interface address means I have to go to the table and see what is the address given for VLAN 1, 10.10.10.2, mask this one, gateway this one. Okay, so what I will do then after what is the command you are doing? Okay, you did host name, banner, console, enable secret, then service password encryption. Next command, don't try this I was testing. Okay, after this one you have to configure management interface with IP address. Okay, the question is given already here. Configure the management interface address and default gateway. So the answer is go to config mode, int VLAN 1 interface VLAN 1. Before that you should go to config mode. Okay, config interface VLAN 1. Now IP address, what is the IP address given in the table for VLAN 1? 10.10.2, mask is 255.255.250. so here also I will type 10.10.10.2 to IP address bath in subnet mask 255.255.0 no shut. Okay, This is how we configure. We find the answer for configure management interface. Okay, this is done. So interface VLAN 1. This is virtual interface, not the physical one. Physical one is FA0 bar 1, 0 bar 2, 0 bar 3 up to 24, G0 bar 1, G0 bar 0. We cannot assign IP address for a switch for physical interface. We can assign only management interface address, that is VLAN 1 or any other VLAN number. Okay. Why do we need this? Is whenever you want to ping to the switch needs an IP. For that I use VLAN 1. We give IP address, mask, no shut. Now you have to configure default gateway. What is the IP address of switch default gateway? Already here, switch 1 default gateway 10.10.1. That is the IP address of the router. You know that I told you default gateway means any device default gateway is the IP address of nearest router interface, nearest or Garib router interface. For this switch, the nearest router interface is G0 bar 0. What is the IP address? 10.10.1. So in the question paper they give S1 default gateway 10.10.1. So I'll go here, exit, then type IP default hyphen gateway. The answer is already in the question. Okay, configure default gateway. Just put IP. Go to config mode. Put IP. In between default gateway, put a hyphen. Okay, then type the IP address of router given in the question paper 10.10.10.1. Okay, so we have done with the switch part. Okay, that interface part. Okay, now go for SSH in this switch only. So before that, in between, save the file. Okay, maybe the power goes off, means save the file to WR here. Okay, now what I have done is I have configured the basic things. S1 hostname, warning is the banner message, banner MOTD double quotes warning, console password, line count 0, password Cisco login exit, encrypted password, enable secret password value class, encrypt all the plain text password means service password hyphen encryption, configure management interface address, interface VLAN 1, IP address, mask, no shut, exit. Then default gateway means IP default hyphen gateway 10.10.10 given the question paper. Okay. Now SSH. Why do we need SSH? SSH means remote login. So assume that Yusuf is working from home. Tomorrow is rain. Yusuf still want to work from home. You want to configure the switch or router. What he will do? He has to use an application called as SSH. From home computer, he can connect to the switch by using SSH. For that, we have to configure the SSH. Okay. First thing is domain name of this is a question. Okay. Configure SSH. In that first one, question is domain name is cisco.com. Answer is IP domain hyphen name cisco.com. Okay. So first thing, configure the domain name for SSH. So IP domain hyphen name cisco.com. In the exam, maybe I'll give different name, domain name. So what you should do, in the exam, if I give shcity.com, then you should write IP domain hyphen name shcity.com. This only will change. This will not change. I will give the question, configure the domain for SSH configuration in the switch. So IP space domain hyphen name, only put the IP, then domain hyphen name, then name of the domain given the question paper. Now RSA key pair parameters to support SSH version 2. That means SSH means what? Remote access. So sitting from my home, I can open the switch and configure it. Okay. So when I am configuring this, when I am sending the data or username password, the data should be encrypted, secret form. So for encryption, we use SSH. Okay. So how do we do encryption? For encryption, we need key and the algorithm. Okay, so here RSA key pair parameters to support SSH version 2 means I am going to use the version SSH version 2, and the algorithm we use for encryption, secret, making the data secret is RSA, and the key size also you should mention. The answer for this question is crypto key generate RSA 1024. You have to by heart this crypto key generate RSA 1024. So I will go here, crypto key generate RSA. Okay, when I enter crypto key generate RSA, they will ask you what is the size of the key. Okay, How many bits? Here they give me in the question paper 1024. It starts with 512 and multiples, okay, but in the question paper they give 1024. Okay. Now set the version of SSH2. So what I will do, SSH version 2 already in the question paper. Only thing you have to add is IP in front of that. Okay. So SSH IP SSH version is 2. Okay. Now SSH 2 is done. Okay. I say SSH version 2. Now username admin password is CCNA. So the while accessing the which one? Switch via SSH, we have to mention the username and password. Okay, done. Now configure VTY lines only accept SSH connections and use login local for authentication. That means when you are accessing the switch via remote login, how many ports are to be enabled for that? So you remember when you telnet, when you configure telnet, we have line VTY 0 to 15. Same here, I am going to use line VTY 0 to 15. Then there we use telnet protocol. Here I am using SSH protocol. Okay, and for telnet we remember line VTY 0 to 15 password. You have to give some password. Okay, here I am not giving any password. I am using the command login local. That means the username password is local. And already we have admin and Cisco CCNA, right? That username password they will use. That's why login local means they will use local username password for authentication. So this one I will write here line VTY 0 to 15, and inside that 16 lines I want to use which protocol? SSH. So transport protocol should be SSH, and username password I am not giving specifically. Ask them to use the local username admin password Cisco. For that the command is login local. Done. Okay. Now set authentication retry to 3. Answer is IP SSH authentication retry 3. That means when someone is trying to access the switch via SSH, they can try maximum 3 wrong passwords. If you forget the password, you can try 3 times. 4th time also, if you give wrong password, it will come out. That's why the answer, that's the answer for this question is IP SSH authentication retry 3. See the answer, question already has the answer. Okay, authentication hyphen retry space the value, this will change. Okay, only thing is put IP in front of that. Okay, so here I'm trying IP authentication, sorry, IP SSH authentication. I'm not trying the shortcut, just I'm typing the full command. Okay, but you can try shortcut retries 3. Maybe in the exam I will ask you set the SSH authentication retries 5 means you will write IP SSH authentication retry 5 here. In this question I put 3. Exam I will put 5, 7, 9. You can try that. That means 5 means 5 number of times you can give wrong password. 6th time you will be come out. Okay, you will come out of the window. Okay, SSH testing time. Then if there is a violation, SSH connection is going to block for 90 seconds. Okay, if you give wrong password, okay, SSH is going to block you for 90 seconds. If you give 3 times wrong password, you cannot enter the 4th password again. It will be blocked. You will be blocked for 90 seconds. That's what the answer, IP SSH timeout 90. So here you have to type IP SSH timeout 90. SSH time out 90 seconds. Okay, you can give wrong passwords 3 times. After the 3rd attempt is failed, you will be blocked for 90 seconds. After 90 seconds only you can try again. Okay, so what I did is I configured basic things in the switch like hostname, banner, console password Cisco, Enables secret password class, service password encryption to encrypt all commands, passwords, management interface address, VLAN 1 will configure the IP address and mask, default gateway configured, SSH domain name configured, crypto key generate RSA algorithm for encryption RSA. The key is 1024, IP SSH version is set as 2, username admin passwords ACN is set. Then the VTY lines, that remote login line should be added with support only SSH. That's why line VTY 0 to 15 lines they can support only SSH. The password will be login local authentication. Okay, that means the password I am not going to mention here, like line VTY 0 to 15 password Cisco in the tail video. Here I'll give only what local password. That means they can use the admin and password CCNA. Okay. Then authentication retry. So here we can try 3 times wrong password. Okay. 4th time it will lock you. For that, how much time they will block you? 90 seconds here. Okay. How do we test the SSH? For this, we have to go to the PC1. Before that, I want to set the IP address for PC1. That this thing will do last. Okay. I'll make this a red color. Now, configure the router with IP address IPv4 address. Okay, so we have router G0 bar 0. Where is the router G0 bar 0 IPv4 address? It's mask. Okay, so we'll go for the router CLI enable config paste int G0 bar 0 IP address 10.10.10.1 space 255.255.255.0 no shut. Done. Okay, I configured the IPv4 address for router interface D0 bar 0 and enabled by given no shut. Okay, then exit. Now they ask you to configure IPv6 address. See, after IPv4 interface configured, I ask you to configure same interface with IPv6 address subnet mask. Okay, from where I will get the IPv6 address? Go to the table again, IPv6 table G0 bar 0. This is the IP address. Okay, so for that, in a router, when you are configuring the IPv6, first command should be IPv6 unicast -routing. Now you can give int G0 bar 0 IPv6 address. Okay, then I already copied the IPv6 address with the IPv6 address along with the prefix. Okay, no shut. Done. Okay, after that, what they're asking now? After that, they ask you to assign the IPv4 address subnet mask gateway for PC1, PC2. Okay, so assign IPv4 address subnet mask gateway for PC1, PC2. PC1 10.10.10.10 mask gateway. PC2 10.10.10.11 mask gateway. Here also the gateway is 10.10.1 because PC1 also the nearest or Garib router interface is G0 bar 0. What is the IP address of G0 bar 0? 10.10.10.1. Okay, so here I will go to PC1. So go here, first IPv4 address, go to this one 10.10.10.10 mask. What I give in the question paper, 255 3 times. Okay, so 255 this one, and default gateway is 10.10.10.1. Okay, now this is done. Now go for this one, PC2 desktop 10.10.10.11 mask is 255 3 times given the question paper, and the default gateway is 10.10.10.1 again. Done. Now what they ask you is, last step is configure IPv6 address. V6 address subnet mask default gateway for PC1 PC2. V6 address, CIP V6 address, PC1 2001 DB8 12 COD 12 colon 2 gateway also given. So I will just copy this one. Go to PC1 first. IPv6 configuration I'll put here, and this 64, this one will come here, and this one FE80 colon 1. Default gateway will be 1 given the question paper. Okay, like this. Go to PC 2. Okay, PC2, go to IPv6 here, make it 12 colon 3, 64 here, and if a link local is FE80 colon 1, and default gateway is same 12 colon 1. Done. Okay, now one step we missed is, what was that step we missed? Test SSH from PC1. How do we test SSH from PC1? I'll open the PC1, go to command prompt. Okay, SSH minus L. Remember, don't put 1, it's L, small letter L. Admin. Why Mr. Admin? Because I give SSH username admin, and to where I am testing SSH, to switch. Okay, so switch, what is IP of switch here? Switch IP is VLAN 1 is 10.10.10.2. That's why I will try here 10.10.10.2. 10.10.10.2. They'll ask you password. What was the password I configured in SSH? CCNA. CCNA. See? What happened? I gave wrong password. What was the password I gave in the switch? Let me check here. SSH version. How do we test it? I will just show IP SSH. Okay. Okay. So let me check here. What was the password I gave? Because I forget. At Cisco I gave. Okay. Actually it should be CCNA. I gave Cisco. Okay. So I'll try this again. This one. Now password is Cisco. That's also not accepted. SSH minus the admin 10.10.12. Yes. What was the username I gave? I gave the username. Check the username. Okay, I give the username admin, password Cisco. That's correct only. What was the IP address I gave? 10.10.10.2. Okay, so here I give 10.10.10 admin again type letter. Okay, before that let me check whether I can ping to this one. Ping 10.10.10.2. Ping is working, so SSH should work. Okay, SSH minus L space admin space 10.10.10.2. Password is Cisco. Yes, now see, I get the correct password Cisco. I got the warning, then I got the switch. Okay, this is the first chapter activity. Hope you understood.